Around the start of the summer, a lot of people were asking me, where do you think Jagr's going to go? And looking at rosters and depth charts, I said the team that made the most sense was Calgary. Now, and I thought about it when I read the news. Jagr hasn't played for a Canadian team before. He's going to have fun. So with this, barring injury, Jagr will pass Gordie Howe for the most games played this year, which is not a small feat. Jagr is in a position to add more points, more goals, and just increase his totals. And increase his legend status in the NHL. So what does this do for Calgary? It shores up their wings a lot. The Calgary Flames on the right side, kind of woeful for scoring. This helps. If they handle him right, and if they handle his ice time right, and if they can make it so he's still fresh later in the season, this potentially adds a whole other dimension to the team. But what it also does is it allows him to mentor some of the young kids in Calgary. There are guys like Gaudreau and Monahan who are still learning their way in the NHL, and having a guy like Jagr there is going to be invaluable. When he was in Florida, there were young players in Florida that said that he was very valuable for them to have around, for them to talk to when they were having a rough time, or in certain game situations. He's a natural leader. He just doesn't assume a captaincy at all. And it's weird because I'm old enough to remember when Jagr came into the league as a rookie, and he was reckless and he was egotistical, and they asked him about all these speeding tickets he was getting, and his answer was just to shrug and go, yeah, I like to drive fast. There was no, yeah, I should tone it down. It was just, yeah, I drive fast. Yeah, I get a lot of tickets. So what? I can kind of respect that I don't care if I die attitude, and yet I'm glad that he's matured beyond it. Jaromir Jagr is a guy who I fully respect. I don't think he'll play till he's 50. I know that's his ideal. He wants to play until he's in his 50s. I'm glad he's playing. I feel bad that he didn't play for Kladno this past weekend, just because I know there were some of his hometown fans that were looking forward to seeing him playing at home, even if just briefly. But again, this is why when people said, like there were people on my channel who were incorrectly believing that he'd signed a contract to play in Czech. He never signed a contract to play there. There was just basically a verbal agreement he would play for them until the date came where the NHL said, hey, we got an opening for you. And that opening showed up. So he pulled himself out of the lineup for this past weekend because he knew he was going to sign somewhere. St. Louis decided to go with Upshall instead of Jagr. I guess they figured that somebody else in their organizations could be able to make up the goals lost with some of the guys that are out, or they looked at Jagr and said he won't be able to replace what we've lost anyways. We might as well look to a younger player. So we'll see what happens with St. Louis. We'll see what happens with Calgary. This doesn't really change my overall prediction for the Flames, but it does signal that the Flames are serious about getting better this year. You had Hamnick, you had Jagr. They completely revamped their goaltending. We can debate whether it's better or not. In fact, I'll do that probably later today. But it is what it is. Jagr is a fantastic player, a fantastic talent. And with the 46 points he scored last year, if he can equal that total this year for Calgary, I think they'll be very happy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. There's not a whole lot for me to add because he fits Calgary. This to me seems like a natural fit. So it means that somebody who would have been in the top 6 drops out, who probably isn't a scorer anyways. And this adds a little bit of depth and a little bit of spice to the Calgary Flames. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.